Miss K here with my trumpet. So we're going to do some more work. Week 2, I'm going to work on swinging the blues again. I'm going to play that for you with the backing track so that you can do that at home. I'm going to look at our scales. We did all the way up to C, and we're going to look at Dorian on A. If I haven't given you that sheet, then that sheet will be in the resources folder. Also, I'm going to put the sheet music for swinging the blues in the resources folder, so anyone can try that even if you don't have the book at home. I'm going to start off with our scales and some slurs from Team Brass. So page 16 from Team Brass. Okay, I'll put that on the resources page as well, actually. So let's start by playing a scale. Let's start by playing some long notes. Pick 4 notes that you know. I think we did this last week. I'm going to pick 4 notes. Can be any 4 notes. They might be the same. That would be an accident. They might be different. But make your notes, each note, sound lovely. And make sure that you're blending with my sound. Okay, here's note number 1. Take a breath. Play it nice and loud for me. Here we go. And note number 2, any note you like. Note number 3, I'm going to go for a low note. And note number 4, here we go. That was the lowest note we've practiced, isn't it? I just played a low A. You may have played something completely different, but low A is what I just did then. So we're going to practice the first scale from the sheet, which is A Dorian. Now this is a minor scale. Minor scales always sound a bit sad. So minor scale from A, low A, to upper A. The only thing you have to remember is using F sharp. So it sounds like this. Join in if you like, or listen first. Alright, so that's A Dorian. So you can practice it slowly, you can practice it fast. Be great to hear it like that when I see you next. So that's A Dorian from the sheet, and then now let's do C major, which we know C major, page 28 in your Team Brass book, all the way from low C to upper C. Here we go. Don't forget, if you need to breathe, you take a breath after the C at the top. Make sure each note is clean, you're using your tongue, and you're breathing properly through your mouth and not through your nose. Now go to page 16, the slurs from the Team Brass book, and look at number 5. We've done this before, so let's whiz through it. Remember, open is no fingers. Then you go to second valve, the pitch goes down a touch. Then we go to first valve, the pitch goes down another semitone or half tone, and we end again on that low A to E. Okay, so here's the slurs, number 5. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Make sure those are nice and smooth, and you always breathe through your mouth. You need a lot of breath for that lower note. Okay, so that's our warm-up. We did some long notes, we did some scales, and we did some slurs. Now let's look at Swinging the Blues. Let's get the right book ready. So Swinging the Blues is on page 11. Last week we played it slowly. So this week I'm hoping that you can play it now. So let's play it all the way through the head, just the head, so just the first, well, the 3 lines that you play at the beginning, not the solo section. Let's just play the tune together slowly. Remember, this is swing, yeah? So, do, be, do, ch, 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 Yeah, if we think about our Dorian scale, for instance, the A, well, think about the A that this Swing in the Blues starts on. Let's just play an A, going do, do, be, do, be, do. Off we go. Yeah, so smooth and jazzy. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go a little bit slower on that. Do, do, be, do, do. Okay, the opening of the head goes, the rhythm is do, be, do, be, do. We talked about this last week, so hopefully you can do that already. Right, we're going to play the tune, the head, all the way through. That's just the first 3 lines. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you want to practice that, or you need to practice it without me, press pause, practice, or come back to this video another time. Now if we go to the end of the tune, the last 2 lines of the tune where it says head, the whole song where it says head continues. Similar but slightly different, otherwise it would be boring if it was the same. I'm going to play the last 2 lines. So remember, this rhythm here is do be do be, just a long note at the end. Okay, this is the last 2 lines of the song. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, same again. Again. 2, 3, 4. The last 3 notes you can just make up something, anything you like. Now, bid-up-up, you've got to practice that. We talked about this last time. G sharp, A, D. Press those valves down really hard. Da-da-da. Practice it slowly. Gradually, gradually. Faster until you can get that 3rd finger to come up cleanly. Okay. The other thing to think about in this song is word of the week. My word of the week. Dynamics. Remember what that means? Loud, soft, and changing between those levels of volume. So if you go back and look at Swing in the Blues, when we start it says MF. What does that mean? Medium. Medium or mezzo forte, that's what it stands for. Medium loud. On the 2nd line we've got what we sometimes call it a hairpin, from small to big, getting louder. And if you look at the very end of the song, do-da-da, it says MP. That means medium, soft. Piano is soft. Do-da-da. So most of the song is just medium loud, but you can put your own expression in. You don't have to stick to what's there in the book. So, what else? The other thing to talk about is the solo section. Now it gives you 3 notes. DFG. Turn it round, play it backwards. As it does on the 2nd line. 3rd line, it gives you something slightly different to begin. And then at the end. So, you can make up anything you like, but those notes are going to be safe. You can actually use 5 notes if you want to, 5 of the notes that you know. D, E, F, G, A. All of those notes will sound great in this solo section. So I'm going to play you the whole song now with the backing track. And of course you can listen to this yourself. If you put on track 5, you've got a version of somebody on the CD, but this is me playing it. So listen for the introduction so you know when to come in. Listen to how I play the head with the dynamics. Listen to how I make up something simple in the solo section, and listen to where it comes back in. 12 bars, remember, how many bars in a blues? 12 bars. So the solo is 12 bars and the drums on the CD will do something to give you a clue that it's time to come back into the tune. All right, so have a listen to me doing the whole thing, or you can play along if you want to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Okay, that was the whole song. That's what you're aiming for. You're aiming to play the head, to do a solo, and then play the ending. That's a good version. Now I'm just going to put the track on, and we are going to improvise. Improvise, we're going to make something up. So remember, you can use any of those 5 notes, which is what I did. Doobie 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 doo. Remember the rhythm from the beginning of the lesson. So I'm going to put the backing on after the introduction. We're not going to read the notes of the tune, we're just going to make something up. I'll make something up, you make something up. Remember, if you stick to those 5 notes, it's going to sound great. But be adventurous with your rhythms. Repeat notes, use your tongue, think about being inventive with your patterns. No one's listening, have some fun with it. Okay, here's the track.
1, 2, 3,
There's
4,
2 bars from me, 2 bars from you. Okay, me first. Return, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Return, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the whole thing of Swinging the Blues. Put the CD on, put on track 21, don't play the tune, just mess about with the improvising. Borrow some of my ideas and change them around, make it into something interesting. Okay, remember, in this book, you can learn any of the tunes that you like. I'm going to show you next week how to play the Saints. So have a practice of that one so that you can join in with me next week. All right, see you then. Bye-bye.